Hey, what's going on, Empire? What's up, DTA Army? Hope everybody's having an amazing day. If it's one thing that I learned for sure yesterday, is that the community is not always going to like what I have to say. And that's because I post things very objectively, not subjectively. I post facts with links more than I post my own opinion. And I speak about the truth, right? And sometimes folks don't necessarily want to hear that. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not that person. I'm a pragmatic investor and trader, right? So if you want somebody that's not going to give you everything that's happening from a truth and objective perspective, then I may not be that guy. But more importantly, I think one of the things to take a look at and also to pay attention to as time goes on is this U.S. infrastructure bill, in particular, how the cryptocurrency tax portion is going to be laid out and finalized, right? Now, this impacts the entire cryptocurrency market and the broader community, especially miners, validators, and stakers like us. Now, we have to wait and see what's going to happen, but by no means does that mean sell your assets. Understanding how this US infrastructure bill is finalized will help you ultimately understand how to better manage your assets. So if you're ready, let's hop into today's daily analysis. All right, so taking a look at AMP on the daily chart, we can see that, we're still pretty much moving sideways, right? Nothing exciting happening in terms of the price action for AMP, even though, Bitcoin and other coins may be rallying, AMP isn't, right? And I think there's a reason behind that. And we'll talk about that later on in today's video. But I mean, as you can see for today's candle, we are, sort of forming a doji, which is signaling to us that it may either be a reversal to the upside or a reversal to the downside, depending on how this doji closes, right? If we get a black doji, that's letting us know that, it's a bullish one and we're probably in store for a bullish reversal. Or, if it's a white doji, we could see some lower levels. But the good thing is we know exactly where these lower levels are coming from, right? Also, looking at the bull market support band, we can see that it's moving up slowly, right? It's moving up slowly. If we extend this, it's sort of following this trend, right? And if we continue to move sideways, again, the candlesticks in the bear market support band, it should intersect sometime between August 12th and August 13th. And again, history tells us what happens anytime those two intersect. And we tend to see an impulse of at least 100% to the upside, right? So that is a possibility of what could happen over the next couple of days on the daily chart. Also, we can see that we have volume decreasing, right? So selling volume is decreasing. And we know that once selling volume comes to a stop during an uptrend, then the trend typically goes back to its original pattern, right? Which is trending upwards. So that's what we have going on with the daily. Now let's take a look at the 4 hour to see what's going on. Now on the 4 hour, we can see that, we're still ranging. We're still trying to get above that good old 0.062 resistance level, right? But we haven't necessarily been able to do that yet, right? I think that right now we really just have to be patient to see, where the market wants to go. And I think that, the sentiment of what's going on with the US infrastructure bill may be playing a part in this, right? And speaking of, taking a look at Yahoo Finance, we can see that, the bill did not pass yesterday, right? The original amendment to broaden the scope of what it means to be a cryptocurrency broker, that actually got rejected at the last minute, right? But we do know that ultimately they have to decide to either broaden or narrow and define the term of being a broker inside of this bill. But we have time, right? And that time is, it can be used in many ways. It can be used to accumulate at these lower levels, or it can be used to, stake. It's really up to you as an investor, right? I'm not going to tell you what to do. But in my personal opinion, what I'm doing, I am accumulating at these lower levels, right? I'm also, trading things that are trending upwards, so that way I can maximize my gain, right? That's just, really comes down to your investment ethos and what you ultimately want to do. But I do think that it's important for you to understand that, what you invest in is an asset. You should understand how to use that asset in more ways than just buying and holding, right? So this is a quick one today, and this is pretty much all I have for you guys. If you like this content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with your friends. And until tomorrow, DTA is out.